And like, what a beautiful moment in life.
I think people need to realise as well, if your friend succeeds, you're probably going to succeed as well.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go up together.
Yeah.
It's like, if this podcast really takes off, everybody who's going to be on it we're all going to, it's all going to help everybody out. And it's the same with like, because there's a rap group called JXG who are getting quite close with them. And we're already creating so much off of each other, what we didn't even know. So, for example, if we're making a film at the moment, and we need a soundtrack, so we've asked them to help us with the soundtrack, and that's how it works.
Oh, the connections are amazing,
and that's what I mean. So I think people need to realise that if you actually dig in with people and actually help people and want people to succeed, we're all going to go to the same place. And it is that thing, if you surround yourself with successful people,
and like, just feed off the aura of it, you know. Somebody's like happy and they're enjoying life and they're doing what they want and they're not doing a shit job 9 to 5 that they're not interested in, you know. You get to be a part of that. It's not, for me, it's not even if I'm going to get anything from it. It's just enjoying that moment with that person.
How do you guys deal with COVID?
How do we deal with it personally?
Yeah, personally, or some people have actually enjoyed it because they're not very social anyway, so they sort of just kept on doing the same thing. Some people, complete opposite, absolutely hated it.
I mean, we still had a business, and we've been in pubs. So the Old Castle in Doncaster Town Centre, we've had that now for a while. So we carried on food and delivering food, and that went amazing for us. That we didn't really get a downtime, and then we went, right, it's still lockdown. What can we do? Let's renovate a bar. That is literally the dankest place you will ever see, but my God, do we need this for our season.
Do you have photos of like the original?
Yeah, it's actually in the library as well, so how it was when we walked in compared to obviously you see it how it is now. So that was our lockdown. I think you had lots of projects on, didn't you?
I had 7 weeks of dramatic depression. Where I managed to watch every episode of Bake Off that's ever been made, trying to homeschool a 13-year-old.
But you touch on that there, and the depression side of our community is rife as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So especially in lockdown, and that's one of the reasons we did the bath. Oh my God, there's people in our community that have never wanted to physically come out into Doncaster because it is the way it is. They're now stuck at home, potentially on their own, have got no social life apart from Zoom if they've got it. We need somewhere for these people to go, and why can't we just make that? And we made it. So yeah, you touch on a subject where it's still close to our queer hearts, really, depression and anxiety and things like that, which probably is not talked about enough.
No, probably not.
Openly.
Yeah. But yeah, I did that, and that was like crap. Because like, I do drag, you know, like that's what I do.
You feed off people, don't you?
Yeah, it was like the worst thing ever, just like not being able to do it anymore. And then I started seeing people on social media that were like getting in drag at home and, you know, doing photo shoots and whatever. And I thought, well, I'm not doing that, because the bit of drag that I hate the most is sitting down and looking in the mirror at my own potato bald face and like having to start. I thought, why am I going to go through that entire process to then have a coffee and a fag and take it all off? It just seemed pointless. And then after a while, I thought, I'm going to have to do something. So I just started, and it just kind of snowballed, and then it was like I couldn't stop. It was like every day I was getting up, I was getting in drag. I started making music videos. I learned how to edit videos, which I never thought I'd be able to do in like a million years. But now I'm like in a position where, if you give me 3 days to film, I can have it filmed, edited, and out, sorted.
So you sort of turned depression into like something else, haven't you?
Yeah. And now I'm like, we did a sneaky fluidity when the pubs opened again, didn't we? We did a private event, and we could do a fluidity night. And I did a performance that had 2 parts. It had a female part and a male part. So I made a video that was the female part and projected it onto a sheet, and I performed the male part. Never would have done that before COVID. Wouldn't have known where to start.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So I always think I think the best artists are the ones when they've been given nothing, they've been given a hard situation, and they've got to build something off that hard situation. Yeah. I always think like a filmmaker's first film is usually their best. Yeah. It's got like a lot of interest in like, working
giving it their all. Yeah.
So have you always worked in pubs? Have you always come from that background?
Always hotels.
Hotels.
I love Hilton hotels to come and open pubs. But it was just the working for myself part that I wanted to do more than anything. had to drop my hotel standard of everything and go what's been ingrained in me for 15 years.
What is the hotel standard?
I was there was things that just even our team were doing that. I was like, no, you can't do that. I'm with like Sam, you're in a pub now, and you're in a Donny pub for that.
Yeah, you're in Castle.
That's fine. We can swear with customers now. It's not sir and madam. We go by just people and just general hello.
What hotel did you work at? Like a really fancy.
God, I've opened a few hotels. I've worked at Hampton by Hilton, Doubletrees in Lincoln, and Hull. The management group I looked after just really sent me around everywhere really, and managed hotels that were either failing or needed a general manager to nip in and keep everything ticking while that was happening. And then I just went to my managing director. Look, I need to do something for myself now. I've made other people millions of pounds. I want to try and make my own millions, which is nowhere near now. It's probably less than what I were when I was working.
It's gone the other way.